Ladies and gentlemen, it is finally time! What's up guys, Kevin so much here, and welcome back to another reaction video. Today I'm going to be reacting to The Brave, War of the Ender Kingdoms, Episode 1 by Rainimator. Now, I cannot tell you how excited I am to finally begin reacting to this series. It's like we've all been hyped for months. And I just have such high hopes for this series because, first of all, it's in the end. Second of all, we get introduced to a bunch of new different species, more on the Enderkin, which is obviously great. And and the best part is we get to see Dancy Lancy again, which is by far the best part. So, I can't contain my excitement right now, so without further ado, I'm just gonna get straight into this because I'm just excited to watch this. Let's do it.
The Ender Lords took his words lightly, and now he's trying to prove it.
Oh, Lizzie! As Lizzie as Skylar.
The City and Moon Kingdom are currently under siege by the Void Lord. The comfort brought by peaceful times made them vulnerable, and they're likely going to fall. This is only the beginning, and the Void Lord looks determined to go through with his plans no matter the cost. To prepare for an imminent attack, we stationed all of our soldiers on the main island.
Yes.
Knowing the importance of the gateways, our neighbor kingdoms are offering reinforcements.
Is Ramiel,
the bulk of their forces
and I've forgotten her name.
We don't know the true capability of the Void Lord, and that's why you're here, Sora. I need
Sora, let's go!
Of the gateways and shut down the portals before he can use them.
My lady, such a drastic action will sever all of the Ender Kingdoms from the portal network. Our people need the gateways for everything, and the Ender Lords will never approve of this.
We can't afford to give the Void Lord what he wants. Once he has control of the gateways, he can instantly warp his fleets on top of any kingdom he plans.
That's a good point, actually.
No matter how far. We don't have the consent of the Ender Lords, but they must understand that this is a needed sacrifice.
Understood, my lady.
My lady, a void ship is approaching.
It's time. Best of luck, Riftblade.
Let's go, Sora! Right, predictions. Who do you think lives and who do you think dies? I mean, you guys already know watching this because this will be uploaded like a day later from when, I'm recording it. But I think these two are probably gonna die. That's why everybody else is teleported off. But I think these two are probably gonna die, and I think Sora will live. I'm hoping Sora will live. Let's go.
This is your last chance, Skylar. Join my conquest for the End Crystals.
He sounds fucking epic. I love him already. He's just a cooler version of Wednesday Addams. I love him.
To unlock the true power that lies.
Oh, wow, I'm surprised he can hear you from there. Because there's a longer gap between you two than I thought there would be.
Dormant within you.
The gateways are not weapons, Void Lord. The End has known only peace for millennia, and I will not bow to the tyrant who disrupts it.
Very well. You leave me no choice.
So be it. Know that we will fight to our last to protect the sanctity of our kingdom.
Disappointing. Content with what little you have.
Little?
The same boring status quo for thousands of years. Where are your dreams? Your ambitions? Forces combined could ascend the Ender Kingdoms to one powerful empire.
He sounds epic. I love him.
Coward, just like the rest of the Ender Lords.
Fucking epic.
General, let them know they chose the wrong side of this war. I have other matters to attend to. The rest, I leave to you.
He's so smooth. I love him. That is so cool. This is so epic.
Most of the Ender Kingdoms have prospered without violence since ancient times. And you savages really think war is the right path to progress?
I like how this whole time we're just rolling with like a debate off. Give me violence. Oh, does dystopia not talk? Okay.
We've been at peace for most of our history. But now is the time to finally draw our weapons. Today, our enemies shall know the wrath of the gatekeepers. Let's send these savages back to the void.
Let's go.
Gateways!
Let's go. I haven't heard this song yet either, so I'm excited. Please say Sora lives, please. Sora, please be careful. Oh, she's hopping on Jellyfish's back. Lance is going after Sora. I feel like he's he's in like pure darkness here. I feel like he's tracking her. Like, so he doesn't have to like follow her like manually, like show himself. He's just gonna appear in front of her, I bet. Oh, there's Dahlia. This is a different vibe of song than I was expecting as well. Epic! Love it! What?
Captain, I need you to make space for me. I'll take it down myself.
I gotta see this. Give me a Skylar as a badass. Let's go. Oh, what the hell? That was amazing. Oh, she's got like ring blades? What is that? Oh, there's Lance. Oh, he's gone.
Do you even know the dire consequences of what you're doing?
You'll only use the gateways to hurt others. It's not the way of the Ender people.
So stubborn and blind. But if you wish to stand in my way, know that you'll fall like the rest who did.
Try me, Void Lord.
How brave of you to choose this barren island as your grave. But I suppose it fits you.
We've heard this line before in I've heard that line before. Come on, Sora. Yes! Break it down. Yes, Skylar, let's go!
Go!
Now's your chance, Sora. Go!
Yes! Go! Yeah, let's go. Oh, they're trapped here now, though, which is not a good thing, but that was an honorable sacrifice.
You really thought you did something here? You think you've won? The gateways mean nothing. You are nothing. You fail to understand what I can do with the end crystals. You've only slowed me down.
I know I can't completely stop you, but I can rest easy knowing the gateways didn't fall into the wrong hands. Sure, you can still go after the other kingdoms, but without the gateways, you can't cross through worlds beyond ours. Your plans to conquer the overworld and Nether are over.
Oh, perhaps. But I will have my revenge on the girl. A foreigner to the Void Islands, yet somehow she can use void magic. Her sorceries are...
Wait, what? Hold on, what? I was... Go back on that.
But I will have my revenge on the girl.
Oh?
A foreigner to the Void Islands, yet somehow she can use void magic.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. Interesting, Sora.
Her sorceries are a beacon I can trace. It won't take me long to find her and take the key.
Destroy the key.
After I have reopened the gateways, I will gut her with my own weapon, opening a portal inside of the wound. I will make voidlings come out of it, and our healers will make sure she's alive while it's happening!
You monster!
Or I can just collect enough crystals to reactivate the gateway myself. Way easier than finding this quirky individual. Am I right, General? Ah.
I love how he can just switch between acting completely insane to being like, I could just go get more crystals, you know?
Glad we agree. The gatekeepers are crafty, but this is no more than a minor setback. Our conquest will continue as planned, and nothing can stop us. Set sail for the Aeromancer Enclave in the Lightborn Isles. They have something we need.
In crystals. Well, okay. A few interesting pointers on that episode. One, I've said it before, but I love Lance's voice. Two, I kind of predicted this beforehand, but I'm glad they didn't kill off Skylar. Like he just acted insane and they just took her hostage, which makes sense because in the trailer it says he vassalized the other kingdoms and he hasn't killed the Void Lords. He probably wants to keep them hostage for like information and stuff, which to be fair, I kind of saw coming. It makes sense. They mentioned Sora with... Where is she? Sora! Oh, there she is. They mentioned Sora, who, apparently she also has a prowess for void magic, which... It makes sense. I feel like I kind of looked past that, like, at the beginning, because I didn't quite realize that the portals she opens with her sword are void magic. Didn't connect with me. I just thought that was like portalmancy or portal magic or whatever you want to call it. But interesting. It's very interesting. I like it though. I like it. I'm glad Sora survived. Like that. I would be very disappointed if they just killed her off in the first episode she was in. I like how...
Than finding this quirky individual. Am I right, General?
Yeah, I like how Dystopia's just staring at Lance, being like, yeah, sure. Let's do it, buddy. Yeah, uh-huh.
Glad we agree.
He's got a good voice, though. He has got a really good voice. Anyway, there's probably a bunch of other stuff I want to go over in this episode, but I want to know what happened Yeah, what happened here? Because she saw Lance and then he disappeared. That was clever. I like the little trick. But like, is he watching her through the end crystals? Like, obviously he was tracking Sora, but I don't know if she was just hallucinating then, or because she then like realizes, oh shit, Sora's in danger. Gotta go save my girl Sora. What's that? Some armor. Like, hold on. Not really the best armor then if you still got Impale. I mean, it's magic, but yeah. But yeah, there's a lot to unpack here. I like how she was able to use like her blade rings to like restrain him. That I find quite cool. And she was able to shut down the portals, which we knew they would be successful in shutting down the portals, because obviously we know the End Kingdom prequels would be over way too quickly if they managed to succeed with the gateways. But yeah, so I love this part here where he's slightly going insane. My prediction as well is that the more corrupted by the void he becomes, I think the crack on his face is gonna get bigger. I think it's slowly gonna like the marking on his face is the crack's slowly gonna get bigger and bigger and like slowly cover his face, like the more deep into corruption he becomes. I just feel like that would be like really symbolic. And I would love to see that, honestly. I loved it though. I loved it. Absolutely loved this episode. It was incredible. I can also say that I really do approve of the longer episode durations. Like one with the I'm gonna have to go back and listen to the song because I was talking a lot during that reaction. I feel like, but I do prefer the longer episode durations. I feel like they do the episodes more justice, and definitely for the end prequels. I don't know if you're planning to do the same with the main series, but if so, I would love to see that as well, because having that balance between using the music in the song as well as having the voice acting to like expand upon the characters, like that balance, I feel like could work really well in the main series as well. But I'm looking forward to it. I love the beginning of the end prequels. I would kind of have liked, if I'm being completely honest, I kind of would have liked to see, like, you know, in the trailer we see like that whole meeting room. I would kind of like to see like how that meeting went, like transpired. Obviously we know they disagreed and whatnot, but it would have been interesting to see like all the Void Lords conversing or whatnot. And one thing I would like to see in the future, which I'm hoping, if Rain, you're watching this, you know, please consider this as a suggestion. Maybe when you get to Gwendolyn's part of the story, do like maybe, and say for example, and say when Gwendolyn sees Lance in his corrupted form or whatever, perhaps doing like a flashback animation to like when those two were in the relationship together, because one, I feel like it would really highlight Gwendolyn's character and Lance's, to be fair, both of their characters, because, you know, it would show, you know, Lance generally did care for Gwen, and it shows that Gwendolyn probably wouldn't get over that relationship and probably wouldn't, you know, move on and forget about him just with a click of her fingers. I just feel like it'd be very effective to like delve into that part of both their characters. So just something to consider. You don't have to, but just something to consider. Yeah, I absolutely loved it. I understand why you've changed Lance's voice. It's slightly different. You can tell it's slightly different than I think it's had the cast here. Oh, Alana is Sora. Okay. Yeah, and then Michael Zekas is now Lance, because it used to be Austin Lee Matthews, but I think he was a bit too expensive, which makes sense because, you know, I understand the recast, but Michael's a very talented voice actor, so to be fair, they all are. All of these guys are. But yeah, Michael's a very fitting Lance, so, you know, props to that. Love the evil laugh as well, Michael. Well done. Hey guys, so I'm actually recording this this next part a bit later. I'm recording it a day later from when I actually reacted to my video. And I would like to bring up a few points now that I've had time to think over what everything that happened in the episode, because reacting it all in one go, there's a lot of like thoughts going through my mind, and now that I've had time to like process it and watch it back a couple more times, there's a few points I want to go over. So first of all, the first point I think everybody would have noticed is Lance has 2 crystals here. So one of them would have obviously been from the Void Islands, but where was the second one from? Was it from the Orchid City? Because we see in the beginning that flag falls over. So was that the first one? I'm assuming that was the first one to get conquered. So yeah, how he got the second, why he has 2 is I'm assuming it's from the Orchid City, but we don't know. The second point is that let's just point the next part out, which everybody would have noticed, and that's no significant character died in this episode. So of course we have these 2, which is Ramiel, and I forget her name, and I apologize to whoever created her. I'm forgetting your character's name. But we see these 2 getting surrounded, but we don't see them die, so I can't rule any character out as dead or alive or whatever, because we don't see it happen. And then it's the same for Elise as well, because she gets knocked down but then sits up, and Dystopia is then looking at the portals, so we don't see Elise die either. And then, of course, with Skylar at the end, she gets dragged away by the 2 voidlings by Lance's command. Which I want to point out, my guess is one of 3 things is going to happen to Skylar. Either 1, she's going to be taken a prisoner for information on the gateways. 2, she's having her head cut off, which I don't know how useful that's going to be, but sure, whatever. Or 3, my third theory, is that Lance will somehow use his void magic to, like, corrupt her, or, like, turn her into, like, a voidling general or a voidling soldier, or something. I don't know, I can see him doing that. I'm not sure if that's in his power. I don't know, we don't actually know much of what Lance's void magic is. I think the only power we saw him use of his void magic was when he was in that dark pitch black dimension, and we saw him bonding with the crystals or whatever. So it'll be interesting to see more of Lance's powers unfold. But yeah, that's one of the 3 things is going to happen to Skylar, is my guess. I could be wrong, and it could be none of those things, but that's my guess. Then the next thing that I want to point out, and I don't know if anybody noticed, and I don't know if many people noticed this. I actually didn't notice this the first time. Is the end crystal disappears. It just disappears. Now, we don't know if it teleports or if it's destroyed, because we obviously know that Lance wants to get all the end crystals, but this one, it's intentionally shown that it disappears, so it either teleports somewhere else, or maybe the closing of the portals was so intense, it made the crystal too unstable and it destroyed it or something. I'm not sure, but we know it disappears. That's another thing I want to point out. And I think that was it. Was there any other points that I mentioned that I want to point out? Oh yeah, Dahlia. Dahlia, I don't know if she actually dies here because she's on her knees. Like, realistically speaking, if someone were to die, then your whole body would go limp, wouldn't it? Like, but she's just on her knees here, so I don't know if, like, she's just, you know, in shock here or unable to fight or whatever, but whatever, she's on her knees, which I find strange. Yeah, I think those are all the points I pointed out in this episode. I wanted to go over. And of course there's the fact that Sora knows void magic, which is foreign. Apparently, it clearly took, by the way that Lance said that, it clearly took him by surprise. He clearly was not expecting her to have known void magic, because he then had to lie to Sora, being like, oh yeah, I can clearly easily hunt her down, when I think he knows it's not quite that easy. So it's interesting. It's interesting. But yeah, that's mainly the points I wanted to cover in this little recap type thing. I think the biggest shock for me is no. I mean, we had a lot of soldiers die, but who gives a? They're not important characters. We don't. They just exist, okay? They're the generic soldiers. I mean, like, in terms of significant characters, nobody died, which I find, like, miraculous. I don't think anybody expected that. Now, with the others, so Ramiel, the girl I can't remember the name of, and Elise, we don't know if they will stay alive or if they'll die, because they're stuck on the main island with all the fighting and are currently losing, so maybe they'll also be taken hostage, or maybe they'll, you know, be killed off screen. I hope they won't get killed off screen, because that's a bit of an injustice. But, who knows? And then with Sora, I think we know is the only one who escapes, because there's this whole wilderness, like you can see behind her here. There's this whole wilderness that she could be anywhere in that, so I think she'll probably be journeying the long way to try and get to a different kingdom, is my guess. Any case, so that's the points I wanted to go over now that I've had time to think about that, so yeah. I think the only part I disliked about this episode was the fact that we got it with Lance and he wasn't dancing. Come on, that's a crime in itself. How can you have the best character who dances as he fights people and he wasn't dancing? I mean, look, I get it. He's void, corrupted, whatever. But come on, he can still dance while he's being a douchebag. Okay. But like, come on, I want to see my boy dancing again. That being said, thank you guys for watching this episode, this reaction video. If you did enjoy it, please do leave a like and comment down below. Subscribe to the channel, subscribe to Rainimator, link will be down in the description, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye bye.